Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. We switched the language to English right now because I have a very nice interview for you with Alexei Makarov, who is a strategy lead and operation at Binance for Central Eastern Europe and Central Asia. Did I understand that correctly?
Yeah, correct. All good.
How are you? How are you today?
All great. It's actually the first time I've been visiting Romania in general and Bucharest.
You like it?
Yeah, perfect. I think like the attendees and audience is super mature and professional here.
Okay.
I would say so. I've met a lot of great, exciting developers, project venture funds here. So I would say like Romanians are really experienced in crypto.
And usually ETH conferences are more focused on tech and more geeky, let's say.
Yeah.
Long time we didn't hear much from Binance for the last 3 months. What's going on?
So basically we are operating, but like currently MiCA came in place, so we are kind of following the compliance and the rules that we need to compile with in the Eastern Europe. So basically there are a lot of compliance rules that are in place there. So due to the fact that basically we have a couple of licenses in the Western Europe where we operate freely, fully, and basically just following the licenses, the virtual assets crypto providers.
But that would be overturned by MiCA?
That's a complementary, I would say. So yeah. So we are operating through the license, but basically it's based on the MiCA as well. So for the Eastern Europe, looking forward to
But when? Okay, when MiCA?
We don't know the exact timeline, so we are like working hard to just follow the regulatory rules that we need to do right now at the moment. So like USDT delisting, let's say. And at the same time, the team of experts with the compliance, legal background are working how actually our platform can fully adapt to guarantee the license and retain the long-term position there.
But if we were to play a game like hot and cold, when I say 6 months, you say hot or cold?
No, I won't manipulate on that topic. No way, since we don't know exactly, but we are like utilizing and investing a lot of efforts here. Since we have like the most regulated exchange in the world, currently have 21 licenses across the globe. And MiCA is definitely the P0 priority for us. That's what I can say for sure.
Okay, what does a strategy lead do at such a big global exchange? What do you do in terms of strategy, and how do you right now see this strategy? I think you're not just not doing anything while you're waiting for MiCA. I think you're preparing things for after you get the license. What could we expect in terms of communication maybe, or...
Yeah, so in general, like the strategy and operations position is connected to how we can adapt to the community needs, how data can help us to make the final decisions on our features, product availabilities across the globe and based on the local community preferences. So that's the key target for us, and how marketing can help us to build the awareness and education for the selected number of products across our ecosystem. So that's the key target of the strategy lead, just like how we adapt the platform, which would serve the user needs in the best way. And in terms of the preparations, so of course, like we are eager to start creative innovations in the place. So we are definitely actively analyzing how local people are currently operating without much guidance from our side, and we'll definitely rely on the market sentiment, how the product features are repositioned in the way.
Did you experience a big change from before 1st of January 2025 and these 3 months in terms of how the user moves across the ecosystem, what it does on exchange?
To be honest, Eastern Europeans are following the global trends in that direction. So let's say meme coins, DeFi trends, they're all here. So there is no like specific moves at the moment. We definitely see that Eastern Europeans have much more experience in how they manage the entire portfolio. So there are no much like shit coins or meme coins penetration here, which is actually a good thing. Meme coins is still fine, so we have like long-term sustainable projects in the meme coin perspective, but it seems that like locals are really doing the due diligence more. Education helps to retain this position. Yeah, so like from the perspectives and in the long term, I think that would be definitely one of the biggest crypto hub in the world for sure.
That is very interesting. That is very interesting. You say that you have access to all this data and across Central Europe, Eastern Europe. How does Romania sit in a European top, if you want? What's the Romanian penetration for Binance in this case? And do you have the numbers on approximately a number of users that are actually active right now in the crypto market?
So I won't disclose the internal data anyhow, since like they are kind of private, and we are happy to adapt and of course share some insights through the Binance research, analytics, and all of these.
Because I have this guess, like I'm a crypto content creator in Romania. I've been doing this for almost 4 or 5 years, and watching what other creators experience right now and what I experience, from my subjective no data point of view, I think there's like 20 to maybe 30k Romanians active in crypto every day, let's say. Is this number way low? Is this number...
No, I would say about the penetration still. So like Romania is definitely probably in top 15, top 100 countries in the penetration rate. So in terms of like maturity, penetration rate actually stands for how big the communities are in the markets and how experienced these customers are. So in the markets where we have a huge penetration, so let's say in Ukraine, it's top 10 across the globe. So in Ukraine, we have like this kind of layering in terms of the experts, which can help to retain enough like education for the newcomers. So
was that a thing before the war, or did that help in terms of people realizing how important it is in times of uncertainty and in these kind of environments, how important and actually beneficial crypto can be?
I would say that's the best tool to offset these kind of global things and changes. So like historically, crypto has been created as the alternative for financial like traditional industries, right? So like the key struggles that not Binance but crypto can help users is actually like inflation, all of the political uncertainties,
the banking and all that stuff.
Yeah, all of that actually crypto, which is acting as the like proficient tool to mitigate any risk here and basically reposition your full financial portfolio into different slots. Either it should be like stocks, exchange, or just like traditional banking or crypto. So that trend is still retained. So we also see like the response at the moment for the crypto market conditions. So due to the fact that we've noticed a huge volumes for the institutional clients entering the markets, the story with the ETFs for Ethereum, Bitcoin, and all of that hype around US decisions and like creating the digital currency analog with the central banks. All of these factors, they're actually helping to retain the solid position for the crypto, and at the same time synchronize these factors all together. So we have the mutual system in place. So crypto is much more integrated into the traditional system than it was before. So it stands for the market maturity that we are experiencing at the moment.
So all this friendliness across the globe, you can feel it in the data, with institutions joining, with banks probably more eager to discuss and see what opportunities may arise. Changing the subject, lately there's a lot of discussion on market manipulation, on people claiming that the exchange is just dumping their coins, and that's why they're dumping so hard. How would you how would you respond to that, and how would you explain to people what goes on when some, for example, last week I think it was a situation with one market maker that somehow had to dump some coins. We had on the 1st of April it was a meme going on that this is the joke of Binance on April 1st, because there was a lot of coins going down like 50% on 5 minutes. What goes on in those moments, and how does Binance actually try to prevent those things from happening with different market makers? Because from what I understand, it's mainly the fault of the market maker, not the exchange.
Yeah, for sure. So like what exchange need to act here is just like to set up the solid security, anti-money laundering stuff, and basically just prevent from hacks where we can't do so. And actually we are doing a lot of job in that direction, and like securing that funds are safe here. Plus there is an open data through the proof of reserves that we've established for Binance as well, that users can see that actually their assets are located on the platform, so we are not like misusing them in any direction. So that's like the safety measures. At the same time, of course, like manipulation would still exist, and it's the user-driven and market makers like decisions to do that. So I would say what we can actually do is just rely on enough education for the users. So there is no reliance too much on the like one KL or one like opinion leader only. So you really need to match the external factors, how community is actually responding to this token or these price moves. Educate yourself on how the market actually performs. So like you have enough analytics in mind in order to decide whether you would like to invest in this token or not. So manipulation is still in place, but at the same time, just like we are doing our best to secure the safe spot for users to operate. And at the same time, we just need to rely on the personal analytics and educational materials that you've gathered by that time. So that's the only thing that everyone should do actually while entering the platform.
Makes sense. I remember 2 years ago we had an interview with Kirilo. And by the time we had the interview, my colleague who interviewed him asked him about the Binance card. And the next day the announcement came saying that the Binance card will be terminated. 2 years have passed, almost 2 years, I guess, somewhere around that. Are there plans for a Binance card after MiCA, maybe?
Yeah, Binance card is actually definitely one of the most promising product that we've ever delivered to the community. And it helps to match the traditional markets and financial tools with crypto, which is actually exciting news. So I would say everything would rely on actually compliance, MiCA regulation, and how traditional banks are open for crypto collaboration in general. So we're definitely open for any decisions here, but we are not the one who make the final decision. So we also have the MasterCard, Visa in place, which are actually the main collaborators with us.
I guess it's not going to be a problem because we know that other exchanges already have them and still have them. What's stopping Binance from reissuing a Binance card?
That's definitely just like the subject of external discussion with these card issuers, I would say. At the same time, we are just like open for the collaboration. We don't see the background why it's not happening, but like probably there are some external factors why it cannot be done at the current rates of regulation, and how actually the rules and laws that we have at the moment are not competitive between like card issuers and crypto world. So we are definitely focused on being super compliant and just rely on the local rules. So as soon as we see this perspective coming, we'll definitely reposition our solution, and just like looking forward to it. Hopefully that will be soon. but we cannot guarantee the timelines and decision making from external partners.
It seems that everything right now is actually in a standby position, waiting for MiCA. Maybe some of my questions would be better asked after MiCA. It was a pleasure having you today here, Alexei. I kind of wanted to get more from you, but it seems that the media training is good on you guys. It's always the same situation, which is normal, of course. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Hit that like button if you like the content, and tell us down below in the comments what do you think about the current situation, and if you want to see MiCA license already for these big players like Binance. Thank you. Bye bye.